Manchester United. I think that's what I'm going to call today's video. So today's video is going to be my thoughts on Manchester United's transfer window. And look, we've signed some players, and I'm happy we've signed some players, and I want all the players we signed to be successful, and I want the club to win the league, and I want the club to be as successful as it can be. But when I look at our window, when I look at the fact that we did not sign our number one transfer target, Jadon Sancho, that we only had a net spend of, I believe, £48 million, which is our second lowest in the post-Sir Alex Ferguson era, I just feel a bit annoyed, angry and upset with this transfer window. And today's video, I'm really just going to be addressing my thoughts on the transfer window, my thoughts on the pattern of Manchester United, my thoughts on where I think we're going. I'm going to discuss each and every signing and my thoughts on them, and if I think it's a good signing or a bad signing. I'm going to be talking about Woodward, the Glazers, the board, what I think is really wrong with Manchester United, and just comparing our transfer window to other transfer windows, like other clubs' transfer windows, and just discussing Manchester United and why I'm not happy, because we did not sign Jadon Sancho, and I think that is the biggest thing for us. Yeah, we probably should have signed a centre-back as well, but we came third. We came third and we were like, this is the season we can really push on to close that gap between City and Liverpool. Look what Ole's done, he's brought us third, we've got Bruno Fernandes. This is a squad we can build off. We're back in the Champions League, get us Jadon Sancho. You know, Ole wanted an attacking midfielder, so they got Van der Beek, so well done, you got Van der Beek. Go and get us Gabriel, he's available for 22 million. I went to Arsenal. Tell us, okay, good signing. But at the end of the day, we've not closed the gap on City and Liverpool. We've almost made that gap bigger again. And the worst thing is, every top six club right now has had a better window than Manchester United. Chelsea and Man City spent hundreds of millions as normal. Tottenham brought in 7 players, and just look how good they look. Arsenal brought in 3 players that will get straight into their first team, probably straight into our first team, Gabriel, Willian and Thomas Partey. You know, even Arsenal had a successful transfer window, and they're the one binning off staff because they can't afford anything. Like, I'm upset, I'm angry, I'm annoyed and I'm disappointed. So today's video, I'm just going to be discussing our transfer window. So please just add some positivity to my day and hit that like button. And I'm going to be doing some videos on our new signings, discussing how they'll fit in. I want to do a video on Amad Traore. I want to do a video on all our signings, what kind of player they are, how they fit in, and do like a player profile on them, so you'll get to know our new signings, and just some positive videos, I guess. I'll do a video on what I think is our strongest lineup, how I think we'll line up versus Newcastle and stuff. So subscribe if you want to see that kind of content, because obviously I know there's no games for 2 weeks because it's international break and the transfer window's closed. But I will be making some content. I post daily videos. But yeah, so I'm really, first of all, upset and angry we did not get Jadon Sancho, because Jadon Sancho agreed personal terms to join Manchester United in July. And I'm like, Manchester United have gone and agreed personal terms with Jadon Sancho, and knowing what his price tag will be. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first choice target was Jadon Sancho, and the fact that we did not deliver him is an absolute disgrace. I was so confident we were going to get Jadon Sancho, like, and I had low expectations of the board itself. But I was just like, okay, we've agreed personal terms with him in July. He's Ole's first choice target. We've got the Champions League, we've got the funds, we've got the money. But again, the people that run our club are not football people. They're not interested in how well we do. They're just like, let's get top 4, get more funds, and then we can live with those funds for a year. Haha, not back the manager. You know, we should have got Jadon Sancho, and the fact that we didn't is a disgrace. Okay, so let me get into my video and make my points. So we did not deliver Jadon Sancho, and I think that's the most upsetting thing. And, you know, he wanted to come to us. A world-class talent wanted to come to us. Only 2 players across the top 5 leagues got over 20 goals and 20 assists. And that's Jadon Sancho and Lionel Messi. And one of those players wanted to join us. Ole proved that he could be backed. Ole was like, you know, Bruno Fernandes was the player I want. You got him, I got third. You should have got Ole, the player Ole wants, in Jadon Sancho. He was buzzing to join us. And Man United, the board, the Glazers messed up. But not only that, it's the fact that Liverpool win their first Premier League title in 30 odd years, and then they have a better transfer window than us. If you're a passionate Man United fan, you're sitting there like, Liverpool cannot win the league again. I've got to stop this. If the board really cared about Manchester United, they'd be like, I've got to stop this. There's no way we're letting Liverpool win the league. They've had their year. They're not going to win it again for 30 years. That's what I'd be thinking. I'd be thinking, we've got to spend. We've got to stop this Liverpool. That's what I would be thinking. I'd be sitting on there and I'd be like, okay, look, we've got to get Jadon Sancho. That's who Ole wants. Ole wants a left foot centre back. Gabriel's available for cheap. Maybe we go for a pacer one and Upamecano if we can't get Gabriel. Oh, Manchetser's aging, why don't we get CDM? Oh, Thomas Partey, 50 million release clause. Oh, Donny van der Beek available. Oh, Tellez available. That's 5 players. And you'd be going into the window with, you'd be going into the season with confidence. But not only did we have a disappointing transfer window, we came into the season very unprepared. Our only signing being Donny van der Beek, which is believed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer pushed that. We came into the season very unprepared, and for a club of Manchester United's stature, you'd expect a bit more business to be done before then. You would. And the fact that it took us deadline day to sign 4 other players shows that they were not the players that we originally wanted. They were not the players that we planned on getting and originally wanted. If we wanted Cavani, we could have got him in February. We could have. He's a free agent. We could have got him next week. You know, Cavani came out and said, if it was for the money, I'd go to the Premier League. He's come for the money. He's come for the money. I hope Cavani does well, but he's come for the money. People are saying it's an Ibra type signing. When Ibra was in his aging days at PSG, he benched Cavani. He put Cavani out on the wing. You know, Ibra came off the back of a 30-goal season and went to Manchester United. Cavani got 4 goals last season. Cavani's got 200 grand a week, and we spent 10 million to actually get him, even though he's a free agent, and agent fees. Tell me that is not desperation. Tell me that's not a last-minute thing. And if Cavani's given the number 7 shirt, it's an absolute joke. I want Cavani to come here. I want him to succeed. But the fact that we signed him on deadline day shows that if we wanted him, we would have got him in March. No one else wanted him. No one else wanted to pay his wages. But we were like, oh, fuck. We've done shit. Maybe this will please the fans. Well, it's not pleased the fans because we don't want a 33-year-old Cavani, because I hope he works, but it's going to be Falcao too, in my opinion. And then we got Amad Diallo, who I'm going to make a video on, and I think he's a very exciting young talent. I hope he's a Ronaldo kind of player. But why the fuck are we spending... It's going to cost us 40 million euros in total with add-on for this player. This player, we spent 40 million euros on, you know, 40 freaking million euros. We could have got Badiashile for that. Timo Werner was 10 million euros more. Timo Werner is the same price as Cavani and this Amad Diallo. Just how bad is that business? You know, I'm happy we got this player. He's a good young player, but the money we spent on him and the fact that we did it on deadline day just shows our desperation. It shows we were not prepared. The board were like, shit, we've got to please the fans, we've got to buy someone, and they wasted money. I hope that he proves to be a world-class talent and we profit off him, and he's just one of those amazing things. I really hope he do, because I always want the best for Manchester United, but we are unprepared. He's not going to get in our first team. The only signings that are probably going to get in our first team is Alex Tellez and Donny van der Beek can push it. None of the other signings are actually going to get in the first team. Arsenal brought all players that would pretty much get in the first team. You know, why are we spending 40 million on someone that Dan James could probably bench? Now, he's got a better threshold, a better potential than Dan James, but it doesn't improve us. He doesn't. And I love him, and I think he's a Man United player now. Of course I love him, and I want him to do well, but I just sit there and I'm like, it's clearly desperation that we just spent 40 million on a winger because we're like, shit, we haven't got Sancho. It's clearly desperation, because I think of our surplus of young wingers, and Greenwood is still our best. Jadon Sancho could come in and bench Greenwood, but no one else can. Look, do you know how many young right wingers we've got? We've got Jadon Sancho, Tahith Chong's banging it on loan at Werder Bremen. We got Stefanovic or something from Partizan. He's going to come in next season. We've got this Pellegrini guy, and we've got him, you know, Amad Traore, and we've got Dan James, and I think Mason Greenwood is still our best one. We want to bring someone that's going to challenge Mason Greenwood a bit more. And look, we've got some great players for the future, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough, Manchester United. The fact that we signed 4 players on deadline day and didn't get any business other than Van der Beek done before the Premier League started just showed that we were unprepared, we're not run properly, and the board, the Glazers, they don't really care about the football. They care about money, but we know that. And the most frustrating thing is we don't learn from our mistakes. We make the same mistakes over and over again, and we don't learn from them. And we can never progress forward as a top team if we don't learn from our mistakes. Ed Woodward comes out and he goes, yeah, we want to change how we do things. We don't want to be buying players that come for the money. We want to be getting young players that come to Manchester United to step up. Cavani is the complete opposite of that. You know, Cavani is not an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer signing. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted Jadon Sancho, Jude Bellingham, Jack Grealish originally, and then he probably said, okay, let's get Donny van der Beek, let's get Jadon Sancho. Ooh, could you get me a centre back and Tellez? That's probably what he said after that, and that would have been a good window. But the board, they continue again to not back the manager, not bring in the signings the manager want, and then the board that know nothing about football, like, shit, we've got to buy someone last minute, let's just buy this player, 40 million, he's probably not worth that, but we'll buy someone and please the fans. Every year, every year is get a manager in, we'll back him, we'll give him a few signings he wants. He gets top 4. Oh great, we can build off this. Jurgen Klopp got top 4, then they built off it and built off it. And that's why Liverpool did well, because they backed him for 3 seasons, not 1. But we'll back Mourinho, we'll back Van Gaal, and we'll back Ole for 1 season, we'll give him a few players he wants. Now he's got top 4, now we've got more money. Let's take that money and put it in our pockets. Let's not back him, okay? Why have we got 6th again this season? Because you didn't bring in the signings the manager wanted. You didn't back the manager. And every cycle is back the manager, gets top 4. Don't back the manager, manager's performance drops off, sack the manager, new manager, back him. It's that continued cycle, and we're not learning from it. And I actually thought when we got 3rd place last season, the way we were talking, that we were learning from it. He was going to back Ole for another season and building it. But again, the board continue failure. And I hope Manchester United do well, and I hope all these signings work out and it makes the board look good, because I want Manchester United to be the best team they can be. But at the end of the day, it's just a repeated cycle of mistakes from the board, from the Glazers. Last minute panic buy, overpaying. The fact that we didn't even get rid of half our deadwood shows that if we had a proper sporting director, we wouldn't be giving out these silly wages. We'd be able to get rid of players quicker. We'd be able to get our done deals before the Palace game. We've probably been able to get 3 or 4 players over the line. But our owners don't care. Our board don't know about football. And it's a miracle job to succeed right now, and I hope Ole Gunnar Solskjaer succeeds. I hope the signings work out, but I'm angry because Ole was not backed. Let's not deny it. Ole was not backed. The board don't know football, and the Glazers, they don't care. That's my rant, kind of. You know what? I've had some time to think about it. I'm just disappointed. I'm not angry, I'm disappointed. I generally am. I'm not even surprised. Please just hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video, because I do have some good videos planned. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on our transfer window. I'm really interested to see what you guys say. See ya.